Hello, this is Will Starkrock, and welcome back to my Let's Play / appreciation of Kohan 1. That is Kohan Immortal Sovereigns, the Kohan Ahriman's gift. I'm still in Immortal Sovereigns, and we are on mission 9. Have most of my people ascended, but some of them aren't quite ascended yet.
We have entered this land in hopes to rid Khaldun of the rhaksha threat once and for all. What you face before you in this land is the seer known as Amunkoth. Piecing together all we have learned about the rhaksha point to him being their maker. How this is true we cannot say. Know this, he is a monster that even Shon Mart feared. You must take care when confronting him.
I hate non-pronouncing H's, and it's kind of silly because the French is full of non-pronounced H's, but Shahun. I know lots of people John, J-O-H-N. Anyway, non-pronounced H's. Aspirate, is that what you call them? Anyway, continue. Let's go over this real quick. Each time you come to one of these cities, they're going to say, find Ilyana Aswan. She's over here. And they're going to say, find Ilyana Aswan. Each time you come to the elf city, they say that. This city will join you immediately. This city joins you immediately. This city joins you immediately. This city upgrades itself, but never joins you and says, we will never join you. And you are never given the option of attacking it. There are rhaksha bases spread throughout that you kind of need to go ahead and destroy so it doesn't get too hairy. But basically, we are going to try to get as many as we can. We're going to kill off Darius because he's a very slow person. This entire thing is taking up so much money. When we build cities, I'm going to go ahead and have them sell their iron because there's so many iron deposits throughout this particular thing. As soon as you get Ilyana Aswan, this girl, then your all these cities become allied cities, which also means the rhaksha attack it. One of the biggest threats early on is that as you take over these cities, they are killed off by the rhaksha. There are these big, huge rhaksha nests. You've seen them last mission, and in the middle is the evil Saya Kohan Amunkoth. He's only awakened. He only has one experience. I guess that's an integer error. I guess you can't. Well, also you get experience through time. So anyway. Once we take out the major nests, we are going to let this nest and this nest just sort of respawn, and this back nest too if we can help it. That way we have tons and tons and tons and tons of rhaksha that we can actually level up on. So let's go ahead and take off that and resign.
You were no match for the might of Amunkoth and his rhaksha minions. The Dark Master need only lay claim to your amulet now that Amunkoth has sent it to the Dark Master's citadel.
Okay, so let's replay the mission. Alright, you gone. You. Let's attach Darius to that faction. I'm going to have him go here. This guy is going to go here as well. This guy is going to go up north to this city. And then he's actually kind of go across, really, about how I was going to do it.
Greetings, fellow Kohan. I understand that you are searching us out to join in your fight against Amunkoth, as well as the shadowy entity that leads the seer on their path of destruction. I will join you if you can do one thing for me. My sister Ilyana has left the sanctuary of Hamadun to destroy a rhaksha nest that has been plaguing the village of Baidenville. I haven't heard from her since, and I fear for her safety. If you would go find her, or at the least learn what has become of her, then I will join your cause. Send word of what you find as soon as you are able.
Okay, we're going to talk more about what he's saying here in a second. It's kind of weird what he's saying, actually. Yeah, let me talk about Ilyana Aswan once we start the rest of this. Once we get all of our cities kind of built up.
At the ready.
These guys have the trailblazing perk, so they could just walk straight through.
Good day to you, Kohan Lord.
Bonus.
If you are searching for the immortal known as Ilyana Aswan, she left on a hunting expedition some days ago. It was to be in the benefit of the town of Baidenville.
Did he say Ilyana?
I suggest speaking to them to learn where she has traveled to.
Wait, I need to go back. How did he pronounce that?
Good day to you, Kohan Lord. If you are searching for the immortal known as Ilyana Aswan...
No, he just said... And let me talk about that in a second.
Greetings, Kohan Lord. We are very glad to see your army arrive in our lands. We have barely escaped destruction at the hands of those creatures. But an odd thing happened. In the middle of the fight, they all just stopped, lifted their heads and sniffed the air, then scampered off to the south. We know not why. In any case, they are gone and you are here. We humbly ask you to take us into your fold.
I don't like it when people don't separate their words.
I have
Ugh.
been awaiting your arrival, Darius. My sister Eliana may not think much of your exploits, but I am rather interested in your cause. I would be honored to join with you against the Dark Lord. In case you haven't met Eliana or my brother Seth, Eliana can be found in the sanctuary of Hamadun, and Seth is in Neshadar.
Okay, so just to be clear, he said, my brother Seth and my sister Ilyana. Okay, that's...
Ilyana Aswan? Yes, she had passed by our village. She was going south to clear away a rhaksha nest that had appeared rather close to our border. We are a bit concerned since she hasn't been seen since.
Oops, I cut that off. Wait, let me...
Ilyana Aswan? Yes, she had passed by our village. She was going south to clear away a rhaksha nest that had appeared rather close to our border. We are a bit concerned since she hasn't been seen since. Perhaps things are worse than we feared. If you don't object, we would like to join your cause.
Okay, yeah, so he just said that my brother Seth and...
As you wish.
And then he said, my sister Ilyana. So, you know the Kohan are basically immortal. They don't have immortal kids. Any Kohan, when they awaken from their amulet, they are basically awoken as full humans. They're not... They don't have fathers or sisters. So it's kind of odd how, you know, why he says that. I don't know why he does say that, actually.
The Kohan will return to their glory. The Kohan will return to their glory. I will not let my...
Well, if it isn't the great chosen one, I suppose you are here to attack Amonkoth and save us all? I fight my own battles, and my instincts tell me you are just gonna get in my way. But I have a score to settle with that immortal pile of dung. Lead on, man of destiny.
What shall you have of me?
Okay. I will lead on, but I'll lead on first by deleting you. And disbanding your unit. So Ilyana is the, I guess, hero? Yeah, hero works. She's the protagonist of the mission called The Quest for Darius. And she's the sole reason Darius is alive. She quested and she had these nightmares. It turns out these nightmares are actually fueled by
Thank the Creator.
someone I can't tell you yet.
As you can see, we are in a bit of disarray here in Greenspring. We barely managed to survive the last rhaksha raid against our village. The Haroon had sent us some help, but they were cut down by a large group of strange rhaksha. These were larger than most and frighteningly organized. They were led by a truly horrific creature easily as big as those dreaded hive masters. If the Haroon hadn't come, we would never have survived.
Okay, I don't believe in spoiler alerts, but here's a spoiler alert. Hint, I'm going to give you a spoiler. And I've already said this once in this playthrough, but I don't know how many people were listening. Roxana does end up betraying you. This Roxana Javadan that's supposed to be your wife, she's not a good person and she betrays you. I'm going to stay here so I can defend that city as I level it up. Actually, no, let me export iron for right now. Alright, let's go ahead and attack him. Now that we have as much as we do, let's go ahead and spawn about 3 or maybe 4 settlers. Anyway, Roxana Javadan made Ilyana Aswan resurrect Darius so she could kill him again, just like she did in the cutscene. Spoiler alert, it was her in the cutscene. And as soon as you kill Darius, you start the Cataclysm. And the blood of an immortals needed to start the Cataclysm, which is basically a rain of meteorites that just kill off most of the life on this world of Khaldun. That was a lot of spoiler, but I don't really regard this as having too much plot, so I don't feel that bad about it.
Always ready for action.
Okay, right above the shrub should be where your first rhaksha nest is that you need to clear out from this side. There it is. It will spawn if you don't take care of it quickly, so it's It's always good to take care of those things as quick as you can. Is anybody here up to 4 yet? Probably not. I'm going to up the speed a little bit. So yeah, Ileana as 1, at the end of the campaign, she's killed. She's dead. And so she doesn't remember resurrecting Darius. But she's the sole reason Darius is alive. So she brought Darius back because Darius is part of some major prophecy to defend against evil and stuff. But here's the deal. She knows about Roxana, knows about it, and she, even though she knows about the prophecy, she still needs Darius to die. Because she needs him to die. Okay. I still don't have enough money. I should have defended these guys because they may die pretty quickly to a rock shell attack, but that's okay. Alright, go ahead and build that. The reason you want sort of exports is the exports give you plus 15 gold, and that's a lot of money. And when you have that, you sort of need you need all the export you can get. So that's one of the trade-offs, just like any other sort of economic system. Is, you know, you have lots of natural iron, so you might as well spend money trying to get iron exports going up and going. Iron exports up and going. I do need somebody to go ahead and start with, let's go you. I'll go ahead and get you to start building a quarry. And I want that guy to upgrade his quarry. Since we have minus 25 production, this is minus 4, and this, of course, is minus 20. There.
Our work is never done.
Okay, these people are pretty good. This is a royalist town, and royalist towns get a few extra militia to defend themselves, unlike council towns. Anyway, okay. Let's go ahead and have you, once again, do a blacksmith and upgrade that to start producing as much,
one more step towards victory.
As much iron production. You guys, if you could come up here. This little area, I'd like to go ahead and build a city.
Good day to you, Kohan Lord. We hear that Ileana Aswan has joined you in your fight against Amon Koth. As you know, your troops are welcome in our land, and we will provide them with food and shelter as long as it is needed. May the Creator shelter you against the influence of evil.
As you make your way back to some of these cities, they will say, "Oh, yep, you found Ileana Aswan. That's very good of you. We're going to give you stuff. Thanks for finding her for us."
At your command.
I am glad to hear that Ileana is all right and joined up with your army. I, too, will fight by your side. If Ileana is willing, then I am more than convinced.
The Kohan return to their glory.
Yeah, so back to the whole family thing. Marvel Comics has this sort of immortals, and they're called, what are they called? They're called the Eternals. And with them, they kind of admit the fact that there's a guy named Zurus and he has 2 kids. But it also says that the reason the Immortals think that way, I almost said think and feel at the same time, the way the Immortals act that way is because they've been sort of brainwashed by the Celestials. And they aren't really brother and sister. But here, it's never really addressed. It does say that at one point the Royalists, not the Haroon, but the Royalists adopt a family sort of structure, and the Kohan kind of refer to themselves as brother and sister.
No problem.
I don't know where I really want these guys.
No problem.
I suppose I could send them, there's one more iron deposit down here. Okay. We're actually getting a fair amount of money now, and now that we have a fair amount of money, we can start just really upgrading everything we need to upgrade.
I will not let my people down.
Let's send these guys here.
Our work is
I'll send both of them. They all have very good movement. I could put them right there, but there's no reason to put them right there. Wow, these guys are about dead. As soon as I can upgrade, I really need to upgrade these people. I should be able to upgrade them pretty soon. Darius, if you could go here.
At the ready.
I don't know if there's a rhaksha nest close by. I'll do... Oh, there is one at the top left. But I kind of want that one to stay there, actually.
At the ready.
I am sorry, my lord.
At the ready. As you wish.
Let's see what this guy has to say.
I am sorry, my lord. But we cannot afford to get involved with your war. Our people have gone through enough horror this year without the need to send their young men off to die fighting for one man's ideals, even if he is one of the immortals. We cannot assist, but I am sure that Greenspring to the east of here would be more willing. Their village is full of idealist young idiots that would surely throw their lives away for you.
Anyway, the bad part about that town is that it is actually still aligned with, or rather it's not aggroed against the shadows, so... Anyway, okay, we're getting a fair amount of... Oh yeah, so, yeah, I don't know why the Immortals, I guess they go and call themselves family, because they really aren't family. Which I would think certainly precludes certain romantic endeavors. Which, I don't know, may be a good thing, I don't know. Alright, we're doing good here. Sorry, I had to step away from a bit. I got a text, but it was just... It's not just from my boss. It was from my boss. And so I had to sort of check it real quick.
As you wish.
Okay, we should be good to start upgrading and stuff. But I need a fair amount more money before I can do much else. I'm still low on rocks. Stone, I guess. I go for an MRI tomorrow, and hopefully they can sort of diagnose everything that I'm doing bad. Whoa, watch out, guys. Kill them. Get them, get them. Okay. And hopefully they can sort of determine what's all wrong with me. I haven't been able to breathe all that well, and it doesn't quite feel like it's... I never destroyed that. It doesn't quite feel like it's an asthma attack or anything. I just feel like I can't breathe well. So hopefully the MRI will kind of sort things out. The trouble is the insurance paid for one of the MRIs but not the other. And
At your command.
Basically what that means is that I'm going to have to pay for at least one of them. That's going to be $2,000. And that's something you just got to do sometimes. You know, the truth of the matter is that sometimes you have to pay your own costs. And medical costs are high. They're high partly because so many people don't pay it. People are like, well, we shouldn't pay medical costs because they were just overblown. Well, yeah, one of the reasons they're overblown is because no one pays them. You know, Walmart would cost as much if tons of people never bought or never paid for stuff, and that's the truth. A lot of people don't pay for their medical costs. I think most Americans, like, what is it, 1 in 5 have unpaid medical bills. And that's why medical costs are so high, because some people don't pay for it. There's other reasons, too, why medical bills are so high. It's hard to shop around, and it's hard to tend to quality, and I don't know. There's a lot to say about it. Okay, let's go ahead and get a temple. I don't want a wood mill. I will need a temple, and I will need barracks. Alright, let's go ahead and pump up the speed just to eat a bit. It's hard to really know what sort of resources you need until you actually go into debt. Right now, your resources, if they're positive, they mean nothing, right? They don't do anything. Your resources are only bad if they're negative and they cost you money, or if they're being used up for military expenses. Otherwise, having a positive does you no good. You gotta put it into spending. So, anyway... Yeah, you know, when you have an emergency, you can't really say, I'm not gonna do this because I can't pay for it. And the way my doctor works, she doesn't talk to the insurance company at all. She says, you know, if they say no, I'm not going to talk to them. So ultimately what it means is since hospitals can't bill... I need a barracks. Since hospitals don't bill the city, what they end up doing is they end up billing the people, right? I mean, they end up billing the people that come through their doors. So ultimately, the people that pay for medical bills are, okay, I need to make 6 of these guys. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes,
and there's actually happens to be 6.
Yes, my lord.
Oh no, he's actually ascended. Let's attach him.
At the ready.
6 unascended
Yes, my lord.
Kohan.
Yes, my lord.
Which works out conveniently in our case. Yeah, so, you know, when you pay for your medical bills, you're paying a lot for other people. You know, I wish that wasn't the case, but that's just sort of the truth. Alright, I do need wood now. So when it comes to talking about socialized medicine and how I feel about socialized medicine and whatnot, it's hard to say. I don't like paying for other people's stuff. I don't know if anybody does. And the truth of the matter is, whether it's the city or whether it's the hospital bills, you often do end up paying for other people's stuff. I don't know to what extent that can be avoided if we want to have a society in which no one is denied medical care because of bills. But it stinks that it's the people who need it who end up having to pay for it. I had one ER visit where it cost me literally $18,000, and $8,000 was for a stress test. The other $10,000 was basically for sitting on my butt for 12 hours inside a hospital, a little less than 12 hours. But I needed to go. If I didn't go, I'm fairly sure I'd be dead. So that is what it is.
For the glory of the Creator, it is an easy task. For the glory of the Creator.
Okay. When I'm right here, I've already pumped up the speed a little bit. Let's go ahead and have these guys come here. I am going to build one outpost right here, just for supply. Anyway, yeah, so I go for an MRI. One of them, the insurance will pay for. Of course, I pay for my insurance. So, I don't know, the way America does it, it really punishes people for having a job. If you don't have a job, then no one can garnish your wages. Unfortunately, I have a job, which means... Well, fortunately, I'm going to say unfortunately, because that'd be dumb. I have a job, which means I have to pay for my own insurance.
Our work is never done.
Alright, I'm going to exempt him out. Now, I only have 6 Kohan, and they're the 6
What soul you desire?
unexperienced or inexperienced Kohan. Let's go ahead and get rid of this.
By the light of the Creator.
Don't get up too quick, sir.
What shall you have of me?
Alright, we are going to slowly advance.
For the glory of the Creator.
And we will trigger. There's one. Okay. Yep, that's the main group right there. We'll get Amon Koth here in a second. With so much armor values, 29, we're going to be just fine. What we've got to watch out for is morale, but luckily it looks like our morale is doing pretty good. Okay. If you tell the groups to attack a single unit, they stay sort of in cohesion.
I know you. You hunt my children down, slaughter them, and destroy their homes. How dare you murder my children? I cannot forgive such sins. You will die, screaming, slowly torn to shreds by the most precious of my children. Then you will know the torment you have inflicted upon my family.
Okay, so these are the Chosen. They're a special type of rhaksha that do 34 damage. Once again, since we have 25 armor, that negates almost a lot of what they do. Let's hurry up and kill everybody.
Amon Koth has been defeated, and the Harun people here liberated from the constant terror that had befallen them. You are well on your way down the path of victory, Kohan Lord.
Alright, let's keep playing. Actually, I don't need to keep playing. Let's go down here. I don't need to keep recording, I should say. Let's get everybody... Stop, come down here. Alright, I'm going to stop the recording right here for now. Said Amon Koth has been wiped out. And when I rejoin you, I will have leveled up everybody. And I will be back then. See you in just a second. Alright, welcome back. I won't say much except to say that all of my Kohan here are ascended. Which is what I wanted. There's no real technology there's no technology at all to be found in this particular mission. There's no Kohan ambulance, and actually the number of rhaksha bases was huge, but I kind of pared it down as I was getting bored. And this one never spawned an additional one, and this one over here never spawned an additional one, and I just kind of attacked them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a mission. Let's go ahead and just say it win.
You are deserving of your reputation, Darius. I was skeptical that you and your army would be able to defeat a force as strong as Amon Koth and his rhaksha. His reign of terror was cut short here, and you have gained an advantage against the Dark Master by removing the well from which the rhaksha came. You have proven to me you are Darius Javadan, leader of House Javadan. Now I have something I must tell you. I am not simply a member of House Javadan. I am your wife. We were married once, long, long ago. It was before even the first cataclysm. That was when I lost you, the day you died. You died on the eve of the great cataclysm, the one that started this cycle of destruction. Now that I know for certain you are reborn, I can once again pledge my love to you.
My lord, the temple we uncovered had many secrets buried within. A time of great strife is shown among the reliefs and mosaics on the temple walls. It was the second dynasty of the Kohan, and they had rallied against the darkness unleashed by the great cataclysm. A great army was gathered, known as the Sepa Javadan. It was 10,000 Kohan strong, a force never before seen on the face of Khaldun. Even with the might of this army, the Kohan could not survive the second cataclysm. Though they had their army, most of their greatest leaders had died in the first cataclysm, leaving the Sepa Javadan without focus. The army was shattered by the untold horde of shadow creatures that flooded the land.
So even though there's been like 7 cataclysms, you died basically in the first one. You saw that cutscene. That was you. And spoilers, I've already said who kills you, but you should remember from when I said it earlier in this episode, so I'm not going to say it again. So I guess even though it wasn't a technology, running across that temple did allow us to have this sort of dialogue. So it's kind of odd that Kohan have wives. I mean, if you have an eternal life, does that leave room for monogamy? I don't know. It seems like everybody would sleep with everybody at some point. Maybe you, I don't know. Maybe have wives, but you don't have monogamy. I don't know. That's just kind of odd. Anyway, so Kohan have children, but they just have mortal children. You may wonder how many Kohan there actually are. Well, the number of Kohan there actually are, as it said in the previous thing, was around 10,000. It isn't like there was only 10 and all of humans descend from maybe 10, or the Meritan descend from maybe 10 Kohan. There's actually 1,000. And you'll later learn that you can actually have Kohan units that don't have their own amulets necessarily in-game. They're just represented as super skilled warriors. Anyway, enough about the lore. It's not all that great, but I'll explain it when I can. Thanks for joining me. This is Willhouse Darkhawk, and this has been my Let's Play / appreciation of Kohan 1, that is Kohan Immortal Sovereigns, the Kohan Ahriman's Gift. Thanks for joining me, and have a nice night.